What is up, amigos? Hope you're doing awesome. My name is Maddie and welcome back to my channel. When Aamir Khan announced Sitaare Zameen Par, calling it a spiritual successor to Taare Zameen Par, it created quite a wave of nostalgia and excitement. Everyone was expecting a film that would shake us emotionally like Ishan Awasthi's journey did years ago. But what followed after that was nothing short of a roller coaster. First came the trailer, and that's when things got messy. People quickly realized it was an official remake of the Spanish film Campeons, or the English remake of it, Champions. And suddenly the excitement turned into backlash. The internet started calling it a scene-by-scene copy, and just like that, the entire buzz around the film went from hopeful to hostile. Then came the wave of podcast promotions and media interviews where Aamir tried to explain his choice. He openly admitted, and I quote, that my choice is to make this film. Your choice is to watch it, unquote. That statement itself became quite a meme. Then, as if the noise wasn't loud enough, old clips of Aamir talking about intolerance in India started resurfacing again. Years-old interviews were shared like they were new, adding fuel to a politically sensitive environment. And just before the trailer release, another controversy broke out. Aamir Khan's production house congratulated the army on Operation Sindoor, but many noticed they hadn't condemned the Pahalgam terror attack earlier. That silence, according to them, led to fake narratives, hashtags, and more boycott calls. People were again questioning his patriotism, his past, and even his right to tell the story. All of this was happening before the film even released. So when I finally sat down to watch Sitaare Zameen Par, I didn't know what to expect. With all the noise around it, I just hoped the film would cut through all that clutter and speak with some honesty and heart. And I'm glad it did. So let's talk about the film itself now, starting with how it sets the tone right from the beginning. From the first scene itself, the film sets its tone. It's self-aware, even self-deprecating in parts. Aamir's character, a short-tempered basketball coach, is literally called Tingu for his height. And instead of pretending to be larger than life, the film embraces that mockery and laughs with it. That instantly makes you feel like this won't be a preachy, hero-centric story. Now, before we go any further, let me quickly walk you through what this film is all about. Just the broad strokes, no major spoilers here. So, Aamir Khan plays Gulshan, a hot-headed professional basketball coach who's suspended after a public outburst ruins his reputation. And then he gets busted by cops for drunken driving. As part of a community service punishment, he's sent to coach a team of children with intellectual disabilities. So he walks into this new setup with zero patience, a bruised ego, and a mindset that believes these kids are hopeless. But over time, his experience with them begins to challenge everything he thought he knew about coaching, about success, and about life itself. Each child in the team has a unique personality. Some are talkative, some withdrawn, some full of energy, and others quietly observant. Slowly, the team begins to bond, not through conventional basketball drills, but through shared stories, small victories, and moments of trust. The narrative follows Gulshan's journey from reluctant coach to someone who begins to see value in these kids. Not as a way to redeem himself, but because they teach him more about life than he ever taught them about basketball. What's nice is that the story doesn't rely on big dramatic twists. It flows like a slice of life journey, keeping things simple, warm, and honest. Now, coming to the performances, this is where the film really shines. Aamir Khan plays a man who's frustrated with his career and is forced to coach a basketball team made up of children with intellectual disabilities, as I said earlier. But unlike most films, this isn't about him changing their lives. It's more about how they slowly change his. And the real stars of the film are the kids here. Each one has a unique personality, not exaggerated, not used for cheap laughs or sympathy. They're funny, they're clever, and they bring a real charm to the story. You genuinely start caring about them. Dolly Ahluwalia is another absolute delight as Gulshan's mother. Her character reminded me of Vicky Donor performance, which I still think is her best role to date. Here too, she brings in warmth and humor with perfect timing. And Genelia Deshmukh, just wow. Every time she's on screen, you can't help but smile. She doesn't do much in terms of high drama, but her presence feels so real and happy. She's just being herself, and it's lovely to see her on the big screen again. Honestly, honestly, I really hope she does more films. Another strong part of the film is its writing, especially the humor and the overall tone. The film's humor is clean and light-hearted. There's no over-the-top slapstick, no unnecessary profane jokes, and no loud background score forcing you to laugh. It's very much in style of a Raju Hirani film, just without that extra layer of finesse that Raju brings. Even when it's emotional, the film doesn't try too hard. It keeps things simple, and that simplicity is its strength. Now let's also talk about a bit about the direction and the overall technical execution. R.S. Prasanna, the director, keeps the tone balanced. He doesn't push for melodrama. He keeps the story breezy. The screenplay flows well. There's not a single boring stretch, and that's hard to do in a story like this. The film's message is also delivered with a lot of heart. It doesn't scream about inclusion. It shows it, and that's a much better way to inspire. Now when it comes to music and visuals, this is where the film, I think, plays it safe. If you're expecting a Taare Zameen Par style soundtrack that will stay with you forever, that's where you'll be disappointed. The songs in Sitaare Zameen Par are just okay. They support the scenes, but they don't stand out. Visually, the film is clean, nothing too flashy. It focuses on faces, moments, and interactions more than grandeur. And honestly, that works in its favor. I was especially tired of watching those dark scenes and all the action films that we've seen recently. So my final thoughts, no, this film won't make you cry like Taare Zameen Par did. It doesn't hit those same deep emotional notes, but it will make you smile. It will make you care. It will leave you with a quiet sense of warmth. Sitaare Zameen Par may have been born in controversy, but it lives on screen with dignity. It doesn't try to be revolutionary, it just tries to be kind. And in a world that often feels so divided and loud, maybe that's exactly the kind of film that we need more of. So if you're looking for a clean, emotional, and feel-good film this weekend, give Sitaare Zameen Par a chance. It's not perfect, but it is honest. And sometimes a little honesty goes a long way. If you watched it already, do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did the film work for you, or were you expecting something else? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such reviews with honesty, heart, and no hype. Thanks for watching us today. Take care, stay awesome, bye-bye. Even if Sitaare Zameen Par follows the same template as Champions, the Indian audience could still connect with it in ways that might be unique to our culture. But here's where I am coming from. I am willing to give Sitaare Zameen Par a shot. In an era where Bollywood is largely focused on high-octane commercial films that rely on heavy action sequences and glossy visuals, it's nice to see something that feels real, something that's about emotions,